Houston. What's going on, guys? What's new? What's happening?
We got this split coming out with Hexea from Mission, Texas. They're fucking evil as shit.
Mission?
Yeah, from Mission, Texas. Right there down by Harlingen and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be released on Goat Throne. Aaron is doing a hell of a job making sure this gets done. It's going to be on vinyl, cassette, CD, all that stuff.
Nice, nice. And this should be coming out here soon. Probably within a month or so.
I believe the vinyl's done. The vinyl should be done.
Yeah, you can pick up that mic there too. It's all right.
All right, the vinyl is already done. We're waiting for it to get shipped from the pressing plant, and so that should be a couple weeks. So we're thinking mid-March to go ahead and do a full release on the vinyl and the CD and tape. So then after all that's out, the streaming will be available.
On Spotify and whatnot.
Spotify, YouTube, you name it.
But that's
there.
badass,
All the
though.
major platforms.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, though, putting your music on vinyl, for one, and cassette tapes, because, you know, not too many people do that anymore, but...
Yeah, got to thank Goat Throne for that, because he really went out on a limb for this, you know. He heard the music for both the bands, he believed in it enough, and he's like, screw it, man, I'm doing it, you know.
And that's cool that you got another band involved, Hexea, did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And from Mission, Texas, and you can find them as well on Facebook or any
Yeah,
social
they're
media.
on Instagram and all that stuff like that.
And y'all just dropped a fucking new song, Twisted Knife. Or
Twisted Knife, yeah.
Yeah, Twist the Knife, yeah.
And they can find that as well on
Yeah,
fucking...
that's on Spotify. We're really pushing Spotify on that. Just you know, try to get those streams up there. And the split's gonna be really cool because both bands are doing 5 tracks, and each band is doing a special cover song that's influential to that band. So
That's cool.
We're doing Slayer's "Evil Has No Boundaries,"
Right on.
and Hexea is doing what is it? "You Can't Move Me, I Don't Give a Fuck" by Bathory.
Yeah, by Bathory, yeah.
Right on. So some actually good old school music that you're doing yourselves, your own mix to it, whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of kept it true to the form of what Slayer did back on in 1983. You know, that shit means a lot to a lot of us in the band, you know, and, you know, we grew up on that stuff, and, you know, it was just an opportunity to show, you know, how much we love that shit, you know. So.
Well, your music, I mean, like WULFSKOL, that's such a fucking awesome name for one, you know, and like the music behind it. Steven's been showing me like the stuff he's been working on with you guys, and like I was really impressed, man. Like for the old school style that you're putting out there, man. You know, it's like we were talking. He's got that old school fucking punk rock thrash, you know, Misfit sound and just a little bit of everything of that era, you know.
Yeah, when we formed this band, you know, me and Zyke, you know, it was one of those things where we just kind of wanted to do something that was the musical equivalent of the Punks and Return of the Night of the Living Dead, you know.
Right, that's exactly
you know
what I get off of it, man. And props to the artist that does, you know, all your album covers and whatnot, the band
we work with
band
some
art.
very good artists, you know,
Yeah.
especially Sawblade Shaw.
Yeah.
You know, and Raul Fuentes from Spain. We've got a piece coming up for our next album from Carl Dahmer. Yeah, so we've got a lot of really talented artists. It's Gus Grinder did the split, you know, so.
And then David Hickman did the Satanic Death Militia CD cover, and then he did a little bit of artwork on the new album coming out, and he's done some T-shirt designs for us in the past and stuff like that.
Like I from what I've seen from all the artwork, like I'm a big fan of that stuff, like that old 80s flyers with, you know, all that extreme metal shit, and plus it also has that old comic feel to it, like Spawn and whatnot. But Twist the Knife, like I definitely love the artwork to that, and that would be badass T-shirt right there, man. Like hands down.
You're not the first one to say that.
Yeah.
That piece was actually done by a buddy of mine, Kyle. He does his company, Savage Designs. He hasn't got an Instagram or anything up yet. I mean, he's busy with home life and everything, but he is definitely for hire if anybody.
Get on it, man. Definitely some fucking awesome work, dude. And looking forward to seeing more of your artwork and whatnot.
I'm sorry, but could y'all please introduce yourselves and you know what you do?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
David, vocalist.
Thank you.
I'm Shane, bass player and backing vocals.
Zy, just loud as fuck guitar.
Skin flute.
Just not on the mic.
And I'm Steven, also loud as fuck guitar.
And Hector is our drummer, and he's not here tonight, but he's been with us since the very beginning, and we love that motherfucker.
Right on. Well, maybe next time we'll catch him, be able to get him on the show.
He's a fucking animal on those drums, man. He's a show all by himself.
Right on. So how long you guys been actually been jamming together, and how'd y'all get started anyway?
2015. It started with like a phone conversation that I had with Zyke. I was like, well, I've been thinking, because I've been doing death metal all this time and everything, and I told him, I was like, it'd be kind of cool to do a band that's like takes like early Sam Hain and like late Misfits, like Earth AD era and stuff, and it mixes it with things like Possessed Seven Churches and Old Venom and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, and I was like, but I would need somebody like you to play the guitar for it because you know how to write that shit really like authentic.
Right.
And so, a couple months go by, and I called him up again. I was like, yeah, I got an idea. I want to call the band WULFSKOL, but I don't really want 2 words, So I was thinking about smashing it together,
Yeah,
and
just
like
one word.
spelling it different, and we're gonna call it WULFSKOL, but like just spell it different, And he's like, yeah. Then he calls me and it's like, okay, we got a show, and I'm like, we do? and it was
Surprise, motherfucker.
it was just covering a bunch of Earth AD stuff.
Yeah.
And so that was our first official show, and it was opening up for my band Imprecation, and so we did it. It was cool, but I was like, okay, now we need some original stuff. Zyke and Hector went and hammered out a few songs, and then we just took it from there.
Right. Now y'all are actually really starting to get y'all's name out there this past year
cool.
or two. Yeah.
It's cool. People are finally getting what we're doing.
Yeah, it's really cool. So right before COVID happened,
Right.
we were getting a little bit of traction, right? It just wasn't clicking with everybody yet. And sort of like, man, something's got to give. So all of a sudden, COVID was done, and we go out and start playing again. It's like a switch flipped, and everybody gets it now. So it's really cool to see the growth in that.
Now, I've been to a couple of your shows, one with Steven, and that's really cool that, because I've known Steven for years, and we've jammed together for a couple of years, and his other band, Discarnate Horizon. But yeah, he took me out to one of his shows, and you guys were actually playing, and of course I watched y'all jam on stage, and fucking good shit, man. I was like, man, I gotta check more of y'all's stuff out. So I'm personally looking forward to seeing more stuff come out from you guys. And
yeah, we're now that we got Steven in the band, we're starting to tinker around with recording another full length, and so. We got this split coming out. I fucking stand behind it. I think it's like some of the best stuff we've done. But it's time to start going ahead and lay the stuff for the next thing. Can't lay our laurels down on just what we've done.
Right.
Keep going. And so the next one's going to be called Phantom der Nacht.
say that a little louder.
Phantom der Nacht.
Right.
It's like the night
Right,
demons,
right.
the night phantoms, and anyhow, it's a title I've had forever, and I feel it's time to finally bust it out. But Steve's coming in; he's coming in really well. His solos rip. You'll be hearing that on our next live show. So.
And y'all actually got something coming up this Saturday, correct?
Yeah, we got the filming for our next track off the Split album with Hexalia. It's going to be Demon of Lust is the track that we're shooting a video for. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have a special guest that's going to be in there?
We're going to save that. We're going to
Save that one? I didn't want to mention it.
Yeah. We're going to save that for when it comes out.
Right on. Well, hell yeah, man. So what's upcoming shows you guys got?
We've got April 8th at the Kickback Bar downtown Houston. That's going to be us, Rancid Vat from San Antonio, which is old school punk rock,
Nice.
rock and roll stuff. And so it's really cool. I mean, they're old school cats. They've been around since probably like the 1940s or some shit, you know. Not really that long, but
Yeah, beer from Hod in San Antonio. He's in that band, you know. So.
And then who else is on the bill? Piss
Piss Test.
Yeah, they're on that bill, which features former members of Bow that were a sludgy band back in the day, and then Pride Kills, the hardcore band from Houston, and then Aggressive Impulse, which is all female punk rock band. So
Nice.
it's gonna be a cool night. We got a $5 cover before 8 o'clock, and then $10 after 8 o'clock.
So you said this one is in San Antonio?
No. This one is going to be in Houston.
In Houston,
At
okay.
Kickback.
A Kickback Bar. Okay. Yeah, I've been there once with Steven.
That's
So
a show that you can't do.
small little spot, but it's pretty cool. If you've never been there, go check it out. So
They got a great sound system.
right on. A small little bar, but it's a cool atmosphere. If you've never been to the Kickback Bar and you like underground extreme music, you know, definitely go check these guys out if you haven't.
There's a lot of good newer clubs coming out. The End is another one.
I'm
fucking
left and
Black
right.
Magic Social Club.
The Compound. That's coming
It's
out.
great to have those clubs and also like mixed with like clubs that are established like Scout Bar and stuff like that, you know. So I mean, it's nice to have like a bunch of new stuff coming out.
Right. Yeah, because you didn't really have too many venues a couple of years ago. Now they're just like coming out left and right. I'm hearing about, you know, Steven's like, hey, you ever heard about this fucking place? And I'm like, no.
Man, you
Right.
sounded just like him. That was
Oh,
pretty
you
good
did
impression.
that. You did that good.
Well, we've been friends for a long time, so, you know, I fuck with them every now and then. But, no, man, it's cool to have you guys on the show, man. And I look forward to seeing you guys on stage again, especially with, you know, Steven. This is going to be awesome. So if you guys want to go see these cats, catch them on stage, that will be, again, which date?
April 8th.
April 8th at Kickback Bar. So other than that, these cats can find your music on Spotify, YouTube,
All major streaming platforms. It's
all
out
major
there.
streaming
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah,
And
the new album will eventually be out on all streaming platforms. The first two albums are out there. So
right on. And look forward to having your your album released on definitely vinyl tape and all that shit.
On
So
Go Throne Records. Yeah, yes.
So there'll be a vinyl pre-order for that. Actually, Go Throne's going to host that, and I mean he's basically, you know, gave up arm and a leg and putting this out for us, and so everything's going to go through him at the very beginning, and you can buy from us directly at shows. So.
right on. And y'all do have an actual website.
Negative. We have our Bandcamp and Facebook
Okay,
page.
Bandcamp.
Yeah, Bandcamp. You can order stuff on Bandcamp or hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Merchandise,
We answer.
T-shirts, you know, underwear, socks, whatever you need, you know. Anyways, guys,
We ain't gone that far yet.
Not yet.
you get there. You just need to get some bikinis made for the ladies, right?
Good
So
guys, man.
some thongs or whatever. So, anyways, WULFSKOL, y'all, guys. Appreciate you guys coming on the show, man.
Thank you very
So, looking forward to April 8th at Kickback Bar. So, where you go?
Yes, master.
Right back with Black Bayou Studios.
What's up, everybody? Joe Diablo here from The Horror Show. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. Be sure to keep an eye out for my latest upcoming videos where I'll be interviewing the latest upcoming local Houston artists and be discussing tattoos and upcoming horror films. Be sure to slap that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give this video a like. And be sure to leave a comment below and support your local music or die.